Hello, 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 everyone. Hi there. I'm Jane Ingram from Forwardly. Thank you so much for joining us today. Just going to give a few people, give everyone a couple minutes to join really quickly here at the beginning. If you are here, please confirm it. We have a Q&A that should be open. Let us know where you're calling in from. I personally am in Vancouver, BC. Erin, you are as well?
I am also in Vancouver, BC.
Yes. All right. So we'll give it a half minute here. Perfect. We see some more people joining. Thank you so much for joining us. Now, this is our first Forwardly Partner Certification Workshop, so we're very happy to have you today. And we appreciate you taking the time to learn more about our new program. For everyone who's joining, I am Jane Ingram. I'm the Director of Operations and Marketing at Forwardly, so this program is a bit of my brainchild. I'm joined today with Erin Ma, our Customer Success Manager. Many of you probably know Erin as our go-to expert for demos, onboarding, and support. He works closely with all of our accounting partners and customers every day and knows Forwardly inside and out. Over the next little while, we're going to walk through who Forwardly is built for. We're going to be doing a live demo and basically show you onboarding, payments, auto payments, pay by card, and how banking and business information works in the platform. We'll also talk about why clients choose Forwardly and what it means to be a Forwardly certified partner, and wrap up with plenty of time for questions. So please make sure to drop your questions in the Q&A as we go. Now, before we jump into the demo, let's spend a minute on who Forwardly is and what it's built for. Forwardly, as I'm sure you're aware, we're a payments and financial operations platform. We're designed to help businesses move money faster, simplify how they pay their bills, and reduce the manual work around approvals and cash flow. We focus on taking the friction out of accounts payable and accounts receivable. Forwardly is built for growing businesses that want more control and visibility over how money moves. It's a great fit for clients who handle a high volume of bills, have multiple approvers, and are frustrated with checks and slow payments, or are outgrowing those manual processes. It's also built with accountants and finance teams in mind, so it's, we try to fit cleanly into your existing workflows instead of creating more work. As we go through today's session, you're going to see a few live questions pop up. These are part of the certification. To earn your certified partner status, you're going to need to answer at least 4 out of 6 questions correctly, but don't worry, we'll be giving you the answers as we go. The questions are all based on what we covered today, so no trick questions, just pay attention, you'll be in great shape. And if you end up missing a couple, just let me know, we'll find something to do, or there is always the exam to take as well. We're also recording this session so you can watch it again later. So, let's do a tiny introduction for myself. I'm Jane, as I mentioned. I've been working with Forwardly's team for over 5 years, although Forwardly only launched a couple of years ago. I've been working with their team on accounting and banking data for over 5 years now. I've also been working in small business marketing and operations for, gosh, it's over 11 years now. Erin, did you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, so similar to Jane, I've been with Forwardly for quite a few years now, been 3+ years, and have about 8+ years in kind of customer facing sales roles in the finance and accounting industry. So yeah, that's me.
Perfect. All right, well, without further ado, let's get into the live demo because that is where the fun is going to be. So, Erin, did you want to share your
Yeah,
screen and
yeah,
we'll get going on that?
let me take over
Great.
screen share.
And
Thank you
remember
so much.
everyone,
Mhm.
remember everyone to please answer the poll questions when they come up. The quiz will be taken care of. All right. And I'll see you at the end for Q&A.
All right.
So make sure to drop any questions you have in the Q&A area.
All right, well, thank you so much, Jane. So let's rewind back all the way to the beginning and we can start fresh at the sign up process. So when you sign up for a Forwardly account, all you need to do is go to app.forwardly.com and click on this little sign up button and it'll take you through our sign up process. Now, it'll first initially ask you for a few basic details, but the most important thing to note here is that we do require a work email. So if you're using a free email service such as a Gmail or a Hotmail account, the best way to do it is actually through a single sign-on with either Intuit or Xero, which begs the question, which is one of our most commonly asked questions is, do you need to use an accounting system or ERP system in order to use Forwardly? The quick and short answer is no. However, there are some benefits to connecting your accounting system or your ERP integration, chief of which is, for example, if you're using a QuickBooks Online or Xero, we do perform what we call a four-way sync. So what that means is that all the invoices and bills that you create or have been created on QuickBooks Online or Xero will be pulled onto Forwardly along with your customer list, including your vendors as well as all of your clients, so that you don't need to manually create them all over again on Forwardly. Same thing, if you do create a bill or an invoice on Forwardly, that will be pushed back into your accounting system, and every time a payment is completed on Forwardly, that information will also be pushed back into your integration as marked as paid. All right, so however, with that being said, you can still use Forwardly on a standalone basis. You can still create your invoices, create all your bills directly on Forwardly, create all your customers and vendors directly on Forwardly without an integration attached. All right, so with that being said, when you create a Forwardly account as well, you'll be required to verify both your mobile number and your email address through the email, through an email verification, and with the phone, either through a text verification. Now, we understand that some businesses, they use their office phone, so they can't receive text messages. So we do offer a voice verification option. You just need to wait a little bit after the text verification, about 90 seconds, and a voice OTP option will become available. Once you select that, then you will receive that phone call to verify your phone number. All right, now once you have created an account, you'll be taken into this page here. Now, depending on the account type that you have selected, so for example, with this particular demo account, it is a advisor account type, I should say. So for this, you will see a more centralized firm dashboard where you can manage client accounts all from one place. So you can add all of your clients if you're an accounting firm, as an example, on this list, and you can add all your team members so they can also manage all of your clients. But even as a business owner account, you can add as many businesses as you want, and you can kind of toggle them back and forth so you can manage them all in one little dashboard and account here. All right, now, so I think this would be a good time to actually throw on the first poll question here, Jane. So we can get that.
Yep, I'll get that live in just a moment.
All right, so we can also continue on. Now, with Forwardly, there are two sides of the coin. So there's an accounts payable side or an AP side where you can pay your vendors, and there's also an accounts receivable side or an AR side where you can receive payments from your clients. Now, let's walk through the AP side of things first. All right, so if you hover your mouse over pay and you go to bill payments, let's click into the bills tab first. You will see all the bills that we have pulled and fetched directly from your accounting or ERP integration. All right, you will also see, alternatively, if you don't have that integration, you'll see all the bills that you have manually created on Forwardly as well. Now, you could also upload your bills on Forwardly. So if you go to inbox here, we do have a dedicated inbox that you can email in and upload your bills, or you can upload your bills directly on Forwardly by clicking on the upload button up top here. Now, once you have your bill ready to go and you click on continue, we have an AI bill capture system that will fill the majority of these fields here, and you can add your vendor. Again, this vendor list is either pulled directly from your accounting or ERP integration, pardon me, or you can add it manually through Forwardly. All right, now once you have the bill ready to go, what you would do is if you go back to that bill section here, all right, and then let's just take Robertson Associates as an example, and you click on view, you'll then be able to choose which bank account you want the money to be withdrawn from. All right, and you can also see, you'll also be able to choose the delivery speed. Now, as a standard payment, it will take about 3 to 5 business days for the payment to process. However, it is the least costly option in that the first 5 payments of every single month is free. Then thereafter, that's 50 cents per transaction. And we do have faster payment options as well in next day, same day, as well as instant. But those are a tad bit pricier as they cost 1% per transaction, but it's capped at $10, $20, and $30 respectively. But when you first begin your Forwardly account, you might only see standard as the only available option for a particular business. But as you build a banking history on Forwardly, you will gradually see these faster payment options become available as well. From there, you can also choose which date you want the payment to process, either today or you can schedule it for a future date. If you didn't want to pay your vendor the entire amount, you can also pay them a partial amount. All right, now here, because we have an approval system set up, you will click on approve and it'll go through the approval policy. However, if you don't, then you can just click on send here. And what we will do is we will send the vendor an email that'll look a little bit like this. It'll say that, hey, so-and-so is looking to send you a payment for X amount. On the email, your vendor can click on accept payment, where they'll go through a quick process where they'll just confirm a few basic details. They will connect their bank. Once the banking is connected, they will confirm the business name, verify their mobile number, and then the payment will be in progress. Now, your vendor could create a Forli account, but it's not mandatory. But if they wanted to track their payments as an example, then they would create an Forli account. All right. Now, if we go to approval policies, then you can go to settings here and you can actually, if you go to users and roles for any particular business, you can add as many users as you want. All right. And you can actually give them specific roles and permissions, and you can tailor it to that business's needs. So what I mean by that is if you click on add custom role, you can see that there are a bunch of options that you can toggle and play with, where that you can either give them manage or view permission. All right, and you can set them with specific settings as well, so that the roles and permissions actually fit with your business's needs. All right, so you can also give or set level 1 or level 2 or even level 3, so on and so forth, approvers, and give them kind of different tranches to approve. Right, so once you have all your users and roles ready to go, then what you would do is you would go to approve payment approvals here and go to approval policies, and you can actually set as many approval policies as you want. So you can see that for this particular demo company, there is an approval policy that any bill that's between $100 and $700, an individual named John Carter will need to approve it before the payment can be sent out. But you can add many, many layers to it. So for example, you can say that, hey, I want all level 1 approvers to approve it first. Then I just want 1 of 5 level 2 approvers to approve it before John Carter approves it, before the payment could be sent out. And you can also set specific vendors for this approval policy to apply to. So you can see that for this particular policy, there are 3 particular vendors that this policy applies to, right? So there's a lot of different things that you can kind of play around with to make the approval policy fit with your business's ecosystem. All right, so I think this would be a good time to maybe throw on the second poll question here. Let me get a drink here. All right, so another thing is, in terms of the AP side of things, with some businesses, they might already have their vendor's banking information. So if you've kind of fallen into a category, eligible businesses can also enter in their vendor bank information on behalf of them instead of having to go through that workflow that I just showed you initially. All right, so if you go to pay and you go to vendors here you'll see a list of vendors that we pulled, either pulled and fetched directly from your accounting or ERP integrations contact list, or you have created manually directly on Fordly here. All right, so if you have Bob's Burger Joints banking information example, you would click on view, and then here you'll be able to add their bank details. All right, so once you add the bank details, then you can send them the payment directly. Now, that kind of wraps it up for the AP side of things. So we can move on to the receivable side of things. So if you were to receive a payment from your client, it actually works very, very similarly with a couple of stark differences as well. Now, if you hover your mouse over to get paid and go to invoice payments, the similar part is that all the invoices that you see here, you have either manually created on Fordly, or we have pulled and fetched directly from our accounting system or ERP integration. All right, now what I will do first is I will walk you through what it looks like for a one-time client. Then I will walk you through what it looks like more for a reoccurring feature. All right. Now, let's just say, for example, you wanted to collect a payment from Jita here. What you would do is you would click on View. From there, you can search your client to see if they're a part of our Fordly business network. Now, keep in mind, in order for somebody to show up in the Fordly Business Network, they would need to be a verified business on Fordly. So if they use Fordly as a guest to pay somebody or to receive a payment somebody, they will actually not show up on this list. They will need to be a verified business or an account in order to show up. All right. Now, if they aren't on this list, then you can just enter their email address and contact information manually here. And from there, again, you'll be able to choose the payment speed. The same rules and pricing apply, where in the beginning, you might only see standard, but as the business builds a banking history, then the faster payment methods will be unlocked. You can send a special message out to your customer. And then once everything is completed, you can click on send request. Again, it's very similar workflow where we will send your client this time an email saying that, hey, so-and-so is looking for a payment from you for X amount. On the email, they can actually download this invoice. If you wanted to customize this invoice a little bit here, you can go to settings, go to preferences, invoice branding, and you can actually upload your logo for a bit of a customization field there. All right, now, once they have reviewed everything, there'll be a link for them to send you the payment this time. Once they click on send payment, they'll go through a very similar workflow where they'll confirm a few basic details. They will connect their bank, or they'll have an option to punch in their card information if you have credit cards acceptance activated. If you don't, then they'll only see the bank option. All right, now, once they have confirmed the method of payment, they'll confirm the business name, verify their mobile number, then the payment will be in progress. Again, they'll have the option to create a Fordly account, but it's not mandatory. All right, now that's what it would look like for a one-time payment. But obviously, if you are a business or you're managing a business that has a ton of recurring clientele, obviously we don't want you to go through the same song and dance every single month and request a payment manually and have them send the payment manually. So that's why we have a feature called auto payments. And what auto payments is, it's for its namesake, is that once a client or a particular client, I should say, is onboarded as an auto payment client, every time when you create a new invoice for them, on the due date of that invoice, we would automatically collect that payment for you. Now, in order to onboard your customer as an auto payment client, what you would do is you would hover over Get Paid again, but this time click onto Customers. And again, you'll see a list of customers that we have either pulled from your integration or you have added manually on Forwardly. All right, now let's just say, for example, we wanted to set up auto payments with Amy here. What we would do is that we would click on View, we would go to Auto Payments, and we would click on Request Authorization. When you do that, we will send Amy an email that'll say that, hey, so-and-so is looking to automatically collect payments from you. Do you give them consent? If she says yes, authorize auto payment. She'll go through a very similar workflow. You might be sick of seeing the screen now, where they'll just confirm a few basic details. They will connect their bank. If you have cards activated, they'll also have the option to connect their card as the auto debit option. All right, now once they do that, then they'll be required to digitally sign this pre-authorized debit form here. Once they click on authorize, then they're onboarded as an autopay client. This entire system or process shouldn't take more than a minute. Now, once Amy is onboarded as an autopay client, then every time you create a new invoice, and it could be either in your accounting integration, if you or ERP integration as well, if you have that set up, or it could be on Forwardly. But every time you create that new invoice, on the due date of that invoice, we will automatically collect that payment without you having to go and click on send request and without your client having to take any action. Now, a couple of caveats here. When you do create that invoice, the best practice would be to set the invoice date a day or two before the due date. All right, because one thing is that on the invoice date is when you will see the invoice populate on this list. We will also send them a reminder saying that, hey, just as a reminder, let's just say the due date is on the 1st. On the 1st, we will be pulling money on behalf of so-and-so as you have authorized auto payments. All right, and then on the due date is when we actually process the payment. Now, if the due date and the invoice date fell on the same day, then we will actually schedule it for the next business day. So as an example, if the due date and the invoice date were both on the 1st, then what we will do is we will process it on the 2nd. If the 1st fell on a Friday, then we will process it on the 4th, the next business day, which is a Monday. All right, so just keep that in mind. As well, there has been some instances where clients have had to send a one-time manual invoice to somebody that's already onboarded for auto payments. Now, the best way to do so is that you can actually temporarily disable auto payments. Then you can send the invoice so that they actually send the payment out manually. And then you can re-enable auto payments thereafter that so that the monthly reoccurring keeps going, right? And you can do so also on this list here, where if you click on view, and when they're onboarded as an auto pay client, there'll be a little click here button where you can disable, and then a little click here button again where you can re-enable it. All right. Here you can also pick on this page as well, I should say, is also where you can pick and choose the preferred speed for auto payments. All right. So you can again pick from standard all the way up to instant as well, depending on the faster payment options being available at that point in time. All right. So I think this will be a nice time to throw in that third poll question here.
Sure, I'll get that live in a second, but I also want to mention we did have a comment come in that someone wasn't able to vote in the last poll. If you're not able to vote, just you should be able to view the poll in the chat, and you can just send in your answer as the Q&A, okay? And we'll get that all sorted for you. So just send that in through the Q&A if you can't fill out the poll itself, okay? All right, gonna launch it in a moment.
All right, thank you for that, Jane. So that kind of summarizes the accounts payables and accounts receivable side of things. Now, there are a lot of different things that you can do under settings as well, especially pertaining to both your business and banking information. So if you go to settings here and you go to payment methods, you can actually, for any business that you choose, you can add as many bank accounts as you want. All right, so when you click on add bank account, it'll give you two options. You can either add your bank account with Plaid or add your bank account manually if it's not supported by Plaid. Now, a couple of things for manual bank connections is that it does cause some delays. It does take an additional 1 to 2 business days for us to manually verify that bank account for a couple of chief reasons. Number one, it is a natural required verification process, which does take that additional 1 to 2 business days. And number two, for any manually connected account, we do send a micro deposit that the user must utilize in order to manually verify that bank. All right, so that's why we always do suggest that Plaid connection because it does allow us to verify that bank account almost instantaneously. All right, now the other thing is that um, once you have all those bank accounts, then you can choose one as the primary bank account, and that primary bank account will be the default option in which all the payments are being sent from and all the payments are being received to for bank-to-bank ACH transactions. All right, now I did mention a little bit about accepting card payments. Now you can accept card payments through the accept card payments tab. All right, so here, because this business is already um, approved for accept card payments, I think this might be a better option here. Here you can click on setup to actually go through the accept card payment approval process with our credit card processing partner. Now, once your once your credit card acceptance application is approved, then you can also pass the credit card processing fee, which is 2.99% on our platform, back to your customers if you choose to do so by toggling on this little thing here. All right, now the thing is that your bank account payout account was actually different from your ACH payout account. So when you set a bank account as primary, that really reflects in your bank-to-bank transfer payout. Now, if you need to change your credit card payout account, then you will need to do that separately in order to have that reflected in the new bank account that you connected to. All right, so maybe this would be also a good time to throw in the fourth poll question here. All right. As well. Let me know when the fourth poll question has been submitted. All right, so as well on this page here, you can also get your business verified here. So for any new accounts, if you click on business profile, let's just choose one that has not been verified yet. Let's go with this, right? You can click on continue, or you can click on setup in order to begin the verification process. Now, many times when you go through the verification process, you may select some incorrect information. If you do that, such as selecting the wrong business type as an example, no need to worry. You just need to submit a support ticket, and we can also get that business type changed. All right, so once you have everything submitted, then the status will go into under review, in which our compliance team will take a look at your verification and also see if there are any missing documents. If there are, then they'll reach out to you. All right, and if there are any additional compliance checks as well, that's where they'll reach out to you as well. All right, so maybe we can also throw another poll question there. All right, and yeah, so that kind of summarizes what's in the settings here. The last thing that I would mention is that for accounting and integration, you can also connect your accounting here. So right now, Forley does support QuickBooks Online, Xero, Sage Intacct, FreshBooks, Zoho Books, and we can also integrate with Oracle NetSuite and Microsoft Dynamics. However, if we do want to have a partner with those integrations so that we can properly build it out. So if you know anyone, please keep us in mind, and we would love to partner with them to build out those two integrations as well. And last thing is that if you do click on refer and earn, you will be able to you'll be brought to our partner page. If you already have a referral link, this is where you can get your referral link as well. In the future, if you wanted to take an exam, there'll also be an exam link through this button as well. All right. And at any time, if you do require assistance, you can always click on support, where it'll bring you directly to our support portal. Here, you can submit a ticket up top here. All right, or you can open up, there should be a little chat bot there for you to open up to submit the ticket. But essentially, once you get into this page, then just pre-fill these fields here, and one of our support members will be able to help you out. All right, so with that, maybe I will throw it back to you, Jane, for you to wrap everything up.
Absolutely. I think we had one more poll question. So I'll just launch that in a moment as well.
Oh,
Yeah. But I will get that going as well. So far, everyone is doing fantastic. So thank you so much for joining and attending. This was our first time. This was our first time doing this, so very exciting for us and to have you all here. While I share my screen and get us back onto our partner certification benefits. Here, let me just get this back here. So as Erin mentioned, we are making some updates to the app pretty quickly, so we'll be able to have a page that'll show you it'll show you your unique link, and it will also show you some other opportunities we have, and give you some quick links to how to share forwardly with your clients most easily. But let's talk a little bit more about the benefits. To everyone who's managed to stick around today and take our quizzes, you are now officially open up to extra rewards. So we definitely recommend grabbing your digital badge from the support portal. You can throw it on your email signature or on your website, whichever you like, or not at all, and you can just add your link to different places. We also are going to have a certificate emailed to you that will be able to be added to LinkedIn if you like, and you can call yourself a Forwardly certified partner. So if you're interested in doing anything like the Insightful Accountant Top 100 Accountants list, this is a certification that you will be able to list as a reason that you are a top accountant in the world very easily. So you'll be able to brag on that side of things. Then you will also be eligible for extra rewards. So what that means is just as a typical Forwardly referral partner, you would only be eligible for businesses referral rewards once businesses start using Forwardly. As a certified partner, every verified business you bring in, whether or not they end up using Forwardly, you earn rewards for. So just for spreading the word about Forwardly, anybody who joins because of your link and verifies their business and joins the Forwardly Business Network, basically you get paid for. So make sure to check out our support portal for more details on all of those. Again, those links those are obviously available on the support portal now, but they'll also be available on the app pretty quickly. All right. Okay, so otherwise, what partners need to know? So make sure to identify clients who will benefit best, because obviously referring people, uh, referring other businesses is always going to make the most sense if it's a business that is going to be a good match for us. Make sure to refer them using your unique link. If you don't refer them using your unique link, we cannot go back and post date the referral, unfortunately. And then you earn the rewards when they become active. So support them through it. Feel free to connect them with us for training, or you are now trained yourselves. You guys should be able to give them a good overview, and let us know if you need any additional materials. We are always happy to help our certified partners with whatever you need. If you want a presentation, if you want a slide deck, just share it with us, whatever you would like. And with that, that's it. We do have one question that came in through the Q&A. Erin, did you want to jump in and help me answer it? It's a pretty simple question, but I think we can go over it quickly. So the question was,
Hold on, let me try to look at it.
when you re-enable the auto payments, do they have to go through the whole process again?
Yes, so no, go
Go
ahead.
for it, Erin.
Short answer is no, they don't. So it's a temporary disablement where it allows you to actually send off that one-off invoice so that they can manually approve and send you that payment. But once you re-enable it again, then auto payments will work per usual.
Yeah. So and that's if you're just pausing it. So it'll make it very clear. If you pause it, you're just pausing the agreement. You're pausing forwardly from automatically processing that payment. If you go through and you actually cancel it, or you disable the agreement entirely, that's a completely different button. Then that will require it to be reauthorized, because that will essentially be revocation of the authorization. But as long as you're just choosing a temporary disable, everything should be fine, and they won't have to go through the whole process. It's as easy as just clicking a button. And sorry, my cat's paws appearing in the background. Uh, any other questions today? I don't see too many, so I guess, Erin, you were able to cover a lot of stuff in half an hour. As a reminder, we're going to be sending out these certificates pretty quickly, so you should see them in your inbox pretty soon. If you answered all of our questions, and that does go for the person who's been trying to answer. I'm so sorry that you experienced some technical difficulties with Teams, but it's just how it is. You know what? I'd still prefer this over having to go to a seminar in person and fill out a form at the back. I still remember being a kid, and my dad used to teach seminars, and I'd be snoozing in the back with a book against the back wall. So I would still take technical difficulties on Teams any days. So yeah, that's pretty much it. If anybody needs additional support, please email help@forwardly.com, reach out to Erin and I, and we will be very happy to help you out with this. And otherwise, enjoy being a Forwardly certified partner. Congratulations, everyone.
Yes, thank you, everybody.
Yeah, and thank you for joining us today. Have a great rest of your day, and we'll talk to you all soon.